Vipassana. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasti Gaur Bhaktavranda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Thank you, devotees, for joining. If you are all able to come online, that will be very nice to have a little more direct interaction. Thank you.
You mean to say, bro, turn on the videos? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, some of you are missing in my, because I don't have people who are not in the video. Yeah, please come in the video. If possible, yeah.
We will just give you time. I need something to change. But
There is a view option which allows you to see non-video participants also, just in case that benefits. There will be moments when I'll not be on video. I'm expecting a proper disciple to come home. I might be greeting him into the house.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So thank you everyone for joining. All of you here, we have been helping with the Vedic University teaching Bhagavad Gita and Discover Yourself courses for many years. We're all trained to teach the way we have been doing. Here we are just coming together to share each other, some of the ideas that have worked well in your own experience or in your training. So the goal, the primary goal is that we effectively teach and also have a systems around, and so that we make good progress, in a timely fashion, right? So those are the primary goals. Because we didn't have, like a structure for this in the past, what happened was, some of the, everybody has their own pace and style. Unlike, say, for example, hey, let's try to, cover this course in this period, and, have a, clear path for how, they make the progress, right? So we want to put some, structure around it, and this is based on, both our direct experience as well as, trainings we received based on other, places where preaching is really good, like, Pune, Mumbai, such places. Of course, we cannot just, our mood and our culture is different. It's not exactly going to, map one to one, but we can take some of those principles. And the most important thing is, we are the ones to cultivate next generation of devotees. So it's a very responsible job, as the teachers of these courses are, right? Because if we don't do, it doesn't really bring quality devotees of the future. So it's a highly responsible position as a teacher. So we have to reflect individually how we are doing, and where things can be improved, what materials can be used, and how my personal connection with each of these students who are relying on me, Krishna has put them in our hand. How am I reciprocating with that responsible service, right? Am I cultivating them? Am I making them study, making them interested? So those are all, very personal aspects, and how we are cultivating each and individual soul that is put in our hand, plays a, very important role in how we grow as an overall community. So with that principle, here are some quotes, I picked up from Radhesham Prabhu's teacher training course that he conducted recently. If you know, Radhesham Prabhu is, has been helping in the Western outreach in, like, so far like 6-7 places where at least 30-40 devotees were thoroughly cultivated with 16 rounders, over 15-20 in each of the temples. Even we have cultivated about 10 plus students who are sincerely chanting every day 16 rounds. uh, it I felt that those some of those lessons can be shared here. This is there are multiple levels. First thing is how we can get to where others are doing, and then we can take it forward from there, right? So this is from what's working right now here in the last few years. uh, so you can read. I mean, I don't need to. So we'll go this way, right? So I have put these docs based on a lot of material that Prabhu shared with us. Um, uh, so you can look at this doc. Overall spiritual education strategy for Seattle. I can summarize it, but if you all go through it, and just like in a professional setting, we all go through review docs and add comments and improve, iterate. So we can do the same way. It's all open ended and collaborative effort. um, how we improve the sadhana standards. So it has been a practice for some of the teachers that they do classes and then again they meet in the next week. There is no personal connection. So one main takeaway from this is how we can systematize, how we can cultivate these students regularly. How do we make them read every day, right? How we join them in their sadhana, possibly every day, and raise them. So this is what personally, this is the learning I had from watching what happens in other places and how they are able to really cultivate. When we have personal connection and participate in their journey of spiritual life, right? And read with them, chant with them, serve with them. If we inculcate these, even if you raise 5 people, solid devotees, they will become, backbone for temple, and they will become the future of the, our society. So that is my key takeaway. So I put it, I try to put in some structure around here, and then another thing is have a good material, uh, which is very interactive. It's not just one-way discourse, with question and answers. So that is all available right now. So I have put in the reference material here, which So I will go over there, but let's not jump the guns right now. So yeah, so you can go through it. It will be very insightful, I suppose, because this has been working in other places very well, and we have tried in Seattle as well, and it worked very well for us. Yeah, uh, nothing new. It's just putting some structure around everything that we do. Uh, so you can see here vision and alignment. The goal is not more people. It's not just about coming and being there, really cultivating devotees, which means they are really committed to studying scripture and practicing sadhana. That's what, even if it is 5 people, doesn't matter. We are not after numbers, we are not after advertisements and all. We are really committed for real people. Okay, here. So that's what, even if you bring few people, solid people, that's real value. Okay. Yeah, we are open to all ideas, but the end goal is, are we really bringing the transformation in the heart that that makes committed devotees in the of the future, right? Ultimately they have to end up there. That's so how well can we do that? How can we support them in their journey, right? How can we fast pace? So that's the goal. So I shared this doc in the VU teachers, right? So our collective mission: spread systematic Vedic education, DYS, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Create committed students, not casual attendees. So learning integrated with practice and engaged in services. right? So each city is not an isolated unit, and it's overall everybody is aligned in their strategy. That way, all the minds can come together and improve what we do, right? So the city-wise responsibility model we have is, we need to have, every city right now we have a centralized recruitment. uh, you know, it'll be good if every city contributes. So we should cultivate, within our group of students, or other volunteers, other devotees within the city. We need to support in recruiting, front desk, as well as, and also a service coordinator. If we should also engage in services, especially like Sunday feast, or helping in the festivals. So some service coordinators. So this is the recommendation: two teachers per city at least, minimum. We have much more than that. I'll show you all the details. And teachers act as mentors, not just lecturers. This is the key lesson for me personally. Transformation, which has resulted in a very different, demographies. Um, so nurture sadhana, scriptural study, and seva. Right. So we have to engage and support the students in these aspects. Right. Okay, so this is going like one-way discussion. So please open up and speak up if you have any suggestions on how it is going so far, right? Or if you want me to continue, I can continue. Let me know if you have any thoughts.
Sorry, I was few minutes late.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think you're hitting on the right points, Prabhu. These are good points, and I'm also seeing in my batch the Bhagavad Gita. As I get through every chapter, slowly I see a little bit of more engagement and consistent. People are coming consistently. There are about 10 devotees. Earlier we started with bigger batch, but then some dropped off. But now I see a consistent, and also they are very keen on learning and all that. So which is I see, but it just takes time.
Yeah, it takes time, and I think most of it is our personal effort, how we make them see they're valuable, and how we can be part of their journey to speed up, to unblock them, where they need help. I think that's what
Yeah,
really makes the change. Thank you, Prabhu.
yeah.
Yeah. So for us, the primary recruitment is our temple front desk and festivals. For example, this 1 year we are able to gather about 700 plus contacts in the festivals alone. We haven't had we had some traffic coming in via reception as well. Uh, yeah, so I think we should have some clear structure and a training for the devotees that are helping there, so that we maximize this. So that's one thing. We have some experienced people who are devotees who are helping this for years. So I think we should organize, and every teacher, if they can identify, one or two volunteers in their class who are who are capable of doing this, who can speak. If you don't have, that's okay, but they should be really presentable, and can speak very well for the temple and services, etc. So this is one important thing we should do. I have one overall doc that will capture the summary of everything, but for now we'll just go over, um, yeah, this one. uh, yeah, I mean, right now, at least I know Samamish Temple, we have some, reception service going on. Bellevue also I have seen. I'm not sure about Linwood Temple right now. So yeah, weekend coverage, do some short conversations and QR signups. So we have QR, WhatsApp group for the entire year. So we'll bring.
Lenwood, I think Srinivas Charan Prabhu is having classes, I think, right?
Yeah, he's having classes. We just need to have, for the newcomers, while the class is going on, if there are others, visiting, we need to have somebody responsible who would recruit, for the services and temple classes. Yeah, somebody to talk to and explain about the programs. Yeah, yeah. So Discover Yourself is our gateway course. We have very expert teachers who have been teaching for many years and had great success. Like many Gaurang Chandra Prabhu and Amritanand Prabhu, Krishnamurli Prabhu, and our Chaitanya Sundar Prabhu. Yeah, so we should continue. I think most of the devotees who have stayed back and continued their spiritual journey are those who are trained as at least in device. So this is our backbone, whether we accept it or not. Unless people really understand our philosophy, this will give good understanding of the philosophy. Unless they really get it, it's very difficult for them to retain for long term. They come for 1 year, 2 years, and then drop. We have seen so many such committed devotees who are serving in the temple, but then they left. So it's important to encourage whoever you see who are not part of the education program. We should encourage them to really join device. And whenever we come to temple, if you see any new person, please connect with them and encourage. This is one thing I do. Anytime I come, I try to see if I can talk to at least one new person. So if you can make it a habit, it's just it takes no effort. Just you're waiting for prasadam, you can talk to a person. So it's a natural way of cultivating new people. And this is another important thing. Bhagavad Gita course. We all start batches and everybody has their own pace, and that is causing two things. One is the students lose track of the course. Or if you spend like 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, they completely forget what they learned in the initial chapters, and some of them move away, and the class group reduces to like 5 people, 6 people, and so I think we should have a good pace. If we can commit to like 2 years, right? At most, we don't even need 2 years. 1 year, 1.5 years should be good enough. And we have multiple such materials I have pointed in the reference materials. Very good materials. We have both presentations, and they're all interactive. They make sure the student learns the topic. We have such materials, by both our local material by Amritanand Prabhu, and we also have very good material from Radheshyam Prabhu and Gaurang Darshan Prabhu. Yeah, so we can leverage that. But this is an important thing. We should not, we should not prolong this course for more than 2 years. I hope everyone agrees. Uh, yeah.
I agree, bro. I've tried. This is my third batch,
Hmm.
and definitely, if you go by verse, it really takes long time, and people lose interest,
Yeah.
and they start dropping out. So now I'm actually using Amitan Prabhu's material, but also this Madhusudan Prabhu actually picked from Madhusudan Vishnudas Prabhu's material, right? So that is actually very helpful
Hmm.
to go at a faster pace. So it takes 1 or 2 weeks per session, per chapter, and people get the idea. The visuals are good. They get the idea, and it's working fine actually now.
Yeah.
The dropout rate is significantly less now. People are engaged.
Once they're engaged, once they feel connection with you, and besides that, you must be doing personal connection with them, and helping with their sadhana and services. I think those three all go together. One is very good material, very good presentation. Second is personal connection and helping them in their sadhana, reading with them, chanting with them. That really paces them up. So if we are, if we are committed to that, then we really bring real devotees, real devotees who really are going to be there with us, for long term. I think that, that is most important thing. So as per the experience of Radhesham Prabhu, if you cover his material even for 1 year, they should come to 16 rounds. If they are not, then there is something in his framework that is given and we are not correctly following. And he does the check and tells me, I think you should focus on this. If you do this, you will get them. So he just sees 50 students and tells you got these 10 students, they will be 16 rounders by this time. You should really focus on them. So he'll just the first time he looks at it, so he had that kind of clarity, and just by looking at their questions. So we should all get to that level of maturity in our preaching. That's when we can really help in this mission, right? Prabhupada mission, where we have the clarity, that connection, and able to appropriately message them such that they really get to serious devotees standards. Yeah, yeah. So teachers are accountable for continuity of the students and not just content delivery. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is somewhat repeated. Sadhana standards. Yeah. So yeah. So we have to help track the daily sadhana. I use a specific app. If you like to use it for your own personal sadhana, it's really good. Uh, I'll share the details. I have already provided in the reference materials. It really helps, and if you can encourage them, they'll also track their sadhana. Japa, Prabhupada book reading, yeah. So and their attendance to the classes, right? We submit like quarterly report to how we are doing overall for the youth preaching to GBC. Radhesham Prabhu submits across like 10 12 temples. It's a very thorough report on by name, how many rounds they are chanting, how many have they improved in the last 6 months, how many retreats have we organized for them, how many what services are they doing individually, all of those. So it's about individual. It's not about general. We did this big program. No, no, that's all just show. It's we want real stuff. So we're not policing. It's self-discipline inspires students naturally. Okay, a reading culture, right? So encourage systematic book reading, right? Um, Ideally, is we read Lilamrita every evening. Uh, uh, you know, not everybody joins, but at least 5 6 people are consistent. Yeah, so don't keep it for too long. Very short time. Yeah. So and we encourage them and we make them as the leaders, right? So we make one idea. Prabhu suggested, we haven't implemented yet properly yet, but so form buddy groups. There is a mature student, and then he will rally 3 4 devotees, because you may not be able to expand for yourself for everybody. So you form these trusted devotees who are committed, like form 5 6 such students who are committed. I have showed the progression levels. For example, new students, we engage them in device and follow-ups. Regular students, we engage them in Gita study and read with them. Committed students, within the regular students who are really committed, right, very enthusiastic, engage them in service and they will help in mentoring, right? And among them, there are people who really show leadership qualities, then they can be teaching assistants. So this is the level of progression. This is the categorization framework. This is the level we want to really get, right? Yeah. So we identify committed students and guide them into helping in prasadam distribution, reception volunteering, temple cleaning, right? So this is with only committed students. Festival services, Sunday programs, book distribution assistance. Yeah, so we studied. Yeah, so we'll, all of us, as we work together, we will, sync up regularly and just in brief discuss how how things are happening in your city, what challenges are happening, and any brainstorming on how to address that, right? Some success stories, any recruitments that you are able to do, any new students joining, or some people leaving, whatever. Just or actually services performed, I have put in here. For example, I have this group in Seattle, right? So what are we doing? We started chapter 2. We covered a thematic study of 1 to 5 verses, and then yeah. So monthly updated we completed last week. In the last 3 weeks we completed first chapter, and then the sadhana, how the sadhana is going on, right? So we just prepared recently quarterly reports. I pulled up from there. So what services are they doing, and what how many students are engaged in reading Leelamrita. So all of that is there. So it's just a quick summary. So and then what services are they doing in the temple, right? And then we'll keep. So one thing that a temple wanted, our Chaitanya Sundar Prabhu is here, is to have the students participate in Sunday feast serving, for example. So how we can organize that? So I think that's the next thing we'll get there. Yeah, yes, Prabhuji, you want
Yes,
to?
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I just wanted to echo that, because every Sunday we're getting what close to 600, 700, 800, sometimes even more
Mm.
of these devotees coming. Some of them, of course, existing congregation members, but we're also attracting a lot of visitors.
Mm.
Definitely there's a lot of new excitement and enthusiasm in the new format of serving. It helps them to build that connections, sitting along with them, even
Mm.
and having those conversations, but also serving them. We need help. Every week we need close to what 10, 15 people that need to help with the serving. So it becomes a great serving opportunity. People
Mm.
actually like that serving also, but if we do it as a team, it makes it even more fun. It builds the relationship,
Mm.
builds the bonding. Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah. And the teacher joins them. Sorry, bro. Somebody is saying something. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm done, but somebody else.
Goranjan Prabhu, you want to add?
So thank you for pulling this together, Prabhu. Basically, this whole brainstorming and mapping is offshoot of the management committee coming together and creating working committees. Within working committees, Brajagopal Prabhu, you may have the list of members to show, but those are the members that we are pulling together to kind of reorganize this department for next level success. Because as a service leader, we kind of deal with it alone, and it's a hit and miss because of various environmental factors. But as a working team, we come together and then we try to push things at the next level. For example, some of the improvements we are thinking of is all these working classes which are available now should be online, to make sure that anybody can see where the classes are, where this syllabus, who's a teacher, can I join them. That's one. Then the view teachers, yeah, we teach and that's the end of it. But then what does it mean to be a Vedic university teacher? So that framework we are bringing together to say that one is help ourselves. Then the doctor should be healthy in the first place. So if we are the doctors, spiritual doctors, we should be spiritually healthy also. We cannot be polluted or diseased and then go and help others. So we want to help ourselves, number one. But the second part is then how do we help the community? Vedic University should help the Vedic Cultural Center overall to be the ambassadors of our philosophy. There are books available, book Bhagavatams are available. How do we create person Bhagavatams? Like Prajaguru was saying, quality is very important. What happens when we have the quality in our teaching? The quantity automatically follows. It's not our target, but it follows. Just like His Grace Amarendra Prabhu shows up, the temple hall will be full. We don't need to even advertise actually. Even a whisper is enough. So it's the quality that will breed the quantity, definitely. But looking at the His Holiness Harivalas Maharaj's vision of having multiple temples and growing congregations and gigantic services like cow farms, we are ever always short of volunteers. And if we do our preaching well, I think we should be able to help with the pyramid of volunteers who are helping the whole preaching movement move forward, not only through book reading, but also various kinds of services, which is also part of the pure devotional service. So it's an integrated program where every Vedic program or the teaching program should also be supported with um, kitchen services. That means, say, a teacher is conducting a program or want to conduct a program or a retreat, the temple kitchen will offer all the help in terms of making high quality prasadam available. So that's the input side of it. Then there are high quality course materials. So those course materials will also be available. Now the next thing is our personal sadhana. That personal sadhana is something that we have to focus on. The next thing is, okay, amazing classes are going on, everything is going on. How do we handle the fact that now we want to contribute back to the VCC programs where, Hare Krishna. So where we can
Oh, I think we lost Prabhu.
No, we didn't lose him. There is Prabhanu Prabhu, Prabhupada disciple is kind of coming to his home. So I think that's why he's went on a mute and
Okay.
receiving it. Yeah.
resume after some time, okay?
Yeah.
Sure, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. I think that's a good summary. Yeah, so in the spirit of what Prabhu was saying, yeah, good prasadam, good classes, good materials we follow, and good experience for the students. Because the spiritual knowledge we are giving is the food for the soul. We are really at the core. Okay, we're trying to help nurture their soul. By this spiritual education. So it's all the more important we set a very good example in terms of our own personal sadhana and our own personal example. So it's very all the more important. So this is the recommendation we have here. At least monthly we should sync up. Talk about challenges in the temple. Sorry, in your city, in your class specifically. Anything you want that has worked well, just like we send quarterly updates to our leaderships, right? So at our work, so similarly just talk about the key highlights, if there are any, what you got covered, what you covered, what you wanted to cover next. So things like that, and not just from education perspective, it's about services, and anything else you challenges that you want to cover. And also we'll meet quarterly, and again, possible do some training sessions together, or some learning objective we can keep, and discuss that area to improve, right, overall. Yeah. So we're building a culture of care, not control, and structure, some structure, so that we don't want to be too rigid and you know and choke the innovation, right? We don't have any good structure right now. We want to have some structure so that, like say 2-year model for completing course, or connecting on a regular basis with the students, and helping them in their sadhana. So some structure, something that everybody does, so that overall we cultivate real good quality. Yeah. So yeah. And another thing is, we want to encourage the students to really study Srila Prabhupada books. And if we encourage them to actually commit themselves to Bhakti Shastri, this is not like in the initial days, but as you see that some students are really committed, and they want to really study end to end, then we want to encourage them to take to Bhakti Shastri. That way they really study books, and they get to present on it, write question answers, they really ingest and they become the preachers. So these are the devotees who will become the next level. We have to, each of us should be happy to say that, hey, Prabhu, I could bring these 3 devotees who are now ready for preaching. So that is what each of us are, that's our commitment to Srila Prabhupada, right? So unless we bring to that level, where is the future preachers, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think we should all look at that seriously. Like this is the end goal. We should start with the end in the mind. So core vision for teachers. Yeah.
So, Prabhu, just to add on to that, stealing a conversation from another working committee, which is the initiations committee, where what's going to happen is we expect our teachers also to be the mentors in the initiation process. That means when a student or volunteer is thinking about initiation, and as they get to the 16 rounds, we walk them through the ISKCON process of initiation, expectations, uh, criterias, and then help them on the way to get to that next levels of preparing for initiation. We do not tell anyone whom to take initiation from, but we encourage them to find their own guru from the ISKCON ecosystem. And then we basically are enablers and unblockers of their spiritual journey. We should be happy wherever they take initiation. It's just that we should be happy that out of my 10 students, 5 are initiated now, right? So that kind of so that expectation is coming. It's a big responsibility to be the mentor, which in Chopati and all that we call it as a counselor system, right? We're not giving big names, but we are expecting that we do take responsibility of the spiritual life of people who are learning from us. So that means also it's not just reading Bhagavad Gita, it's about being the exemplary person in their life that they can look up to and say that I want to be like Brajakrupa Prabhu. I want to be like Chaitanya Vallabh Prabhu. I want to be like Chaitanya Sundar Prabhu. I want to be like Gaurakeshav Prabhu. So like that, I have all the names. But the point is that person Bhagavata standard that we need to build into our own life so that there is a inspiration for students to move forward. And so physical services, what VCC gives us is the platform and ambience as a teacher's team. And, Prasadam, how we contribute back is through physical services and mentorship and basically enhancing the congregational needs that are naturally, it's a symbiotic system that we should think of. We are not teaching in isolation. It's not a bubble we are maintaining. Basically, we are ambassadors of VCC, ambassadors of Srila Prabhupada, and we are representing the philosophy to them. There is so much of spiritual confusion in the market. So if we do our job well, we should be able to save the student from so many other alternatives in Kali Yuga, which look like spiritual, but they are not spiritual. So that
Absolutely.
is where our content, and we are extremely fortunate to have Rajaguru Prabhu as our lead on this because he is directly under the shelter of His Grace Kanayata Guru Prabhu and Radhesham Prabhu, and Radhesham Prabhu is like the lighthouse of how preaching should be done. Like if he's the surgeon, people like me are like more like a compounder, who are walking around distributing tablets. He's able to come into a preaching program and exactly analyze what's going on and how to inflame it to next levels. Does not waste 1 minute in telling us exactly what is required. And purity is the force. He's leading and it's growing. So the quality automatically is followed by quantity. So we are in a very good fortunate milestone where we want to come together. Everyone's opinions count. I hope in the agenda we have time and place for everyone to speak up. So I will keep quiet so that others can speak.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel that I'm trying to follow like 0.1% of what he was trying to teach because of my own limitations and my own mental issues. But there is a lot we can do just by following good examples around us. They're all not too far. They're real people, and we just need to just be open to learning. That's all. Yeah, I think these are all very straightforward. Yeah, just encourage them. Uh, I think if you connect, if they're able to trust us, it will all just high level monitoring, just making sure they are continuing on their journey. I think that's all will bring this. So now this is the main thing. I felt like so as a teacher group, I think we should all have you know good association together. Some of the devotees are already coming together. I'm guilty of not joining, but at least once a week on Sundays, if we all can come together, you know participate in Mangala Arati and chant together, right? And possibly hear Srila Prabhupada lecture for 20 minutes. That will be really good, and yeah, so that will nurture our relations. I think as we are all committed devotees for in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. If we all come together, I think we can do wonders for sure. And at least we can all commit to this kind of a uh, small spiritual program together, that will really help our own relations as well as our services. That's my humble request. I want to hear from others. What do you all think?
Yeah,
It's
not
only
only we want to
WhatsApp
hear
group.
from everyone, at least two dimensions. What's working well in your teaching experience, and what would you like to happen? What could be better from the ambience, inputs, help required, anything?
Yeah, let's go around. Maybe in the team, Prabhuji, that hasn't already gotten a chance. Hare Krishna Prabhus, thank you so much for bringing this group together and for inspiring all of us. Prajikva Prabhu and Gaurang Chandra Prabhu, your words are very inspirational. Um, Prabhu, what's working well, as Prajikva Prabhu said, I think we have excellent set of material. Plus one to what Prajikva Prabhu said about trying to completing this in less than 2 years. I've seen this difference myself. When I did my Bhagavad Gita course in my home, it took about 4 years. We went verse by verse. Now we are doing game material by Radhesham Prabhu, and I can see the difference in how the material is covering the Bhagavad Gita in a much quicker pace, covering in theme-wise content, which is sticking to the students in a easier manner rather than going verse by verse. So I think we have great material. That's a huge working well item. What I think can improve, at least from my side, Prabhu, I am finding difficulty in having the additional extra personal connection with the students. I try to do it like during the class, before the class, and after the class. But besides that, I'm lagging in like following up with them and so on because of my own like time management issues. So I think that's where I think maybe some help could be taken, or if there are any suggestions on how to have that personal connection. Because if I look at my own journey, like somebody like Madhachandra Prabhu spent a whole lot of time when we were doing DYS and Bhagavad Gita. He would just spend hours and hours. And I'm feeling like I'm not spending that kind of time with the students that are currently there. So I don't know if there are any ideas on how we can spend the time uh, in creative ways that will be helpful, so that we can have that personal follow up and connection.
Yeah, I would like to hear from others. Any thoughts? Yeah, it is. It is a something that not everybody's two constraints is, one is time, availability of time. Second is this kind
Yes.
of a people think, okay, if I just call them, what do they think? So I think we should. One thing that worked for me, and now I don't, by the way, I don't do that much of it still. I'm still working on it. Chaitanya Vallabh Prabhu does much far better than me. So one thing is, for example, I had a conversation during prasadam with one devotee on his particular thing, and then I'll say I'll continue, and then we'll have during the weekday some evening. I had done a few times like that where I continued the conversation and clarified the question, and had some personal connection with him on his sadhana and all. So that's how I do. It's like a continuation of the existing conversation. I don't have the habit of just calling and trying to find about the devotee, right? So I'm still working on it. Chaitanya Vallabh Prabhu, you want to share anything? How you connect with the students all the time, every week almost?
Yeah. So, Guruji, what I personally found, right, at least in our UDEP program the last 2.5 years, is that if you are just doing the class from like week to week, It is fine. The students are getting the philosophy, they understand the philosophy. But if there is no engagement in the middle of the week or throughout the week, the spiritual spark never grows. They are connected to the philosophy, but they are not making the progress. That is what I have seen. But if we have some activities like it could be a service in the temple, or it could be like some kind of a joint reading, or it can be joint chanting that can happen throughout the week that will keep them plugged into the philosophy throughout the week, and that will help them to grow faster. There are some students who may not need that kind of hand holding of in the middle of the week engagement, but if but those students are always less. That is only like a small percentage. That less than 10% of students are very much motivated, and just a little push can take them closer to Krishna. But majority of the student, more than 90%, need some kind of additional effort from our side. It can be the teacher itself, or it can be volunteer that is assisting the teacher. Someone should be following up with the students regularly, build that personal connection. I know it's easy to say. I myself sometimes struggle to make that personal connection with some students. For some, it is easy, but it will take time. It will all happen, but we have to keep pushing for it, keep striving to make the personal connection. That is what will actually help them grow. So at the end of the day, all we need, right, our expectation is to bring these people closer to Krishna. So I think the majority of the work actually is done after the class, or from one class to another class. That is where the majority of the work needs to be done by the teacher or the volunteer, and then kind of propel the student to keep them engaged throughout the week. That I think that
Just
will help to maintain, to improve their sincerity in the participation and the sadhana.
So one
yes,
thing we
Prabhuji.
want
So
to try.
just
Go ahead. Go
uh,
ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
just a thought here. Again, this is thinking more from a systems perspective. What I see, and which, by the way, Chaitanya Prabhu, I know you've done tremendously great level of effort in building those relationships. So, is it like more like there is a preacher and there is almost like an engagement coordinator or engagement driver or something, and they both need to kind of join hands for every activity,
That will be
uh,
ideal if we
That
can
will
do
be
right?
it.
ideal, though. Yes.
So it's a different skill set, right? One
Yeah,
is a lot more people focused. They're not necessarily, because in the end we all have only so much of amount of time that we have,
exactly. That's what I was
right?
telling in the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are all stressed for it. Yes.
exactly. So maybe somehow thinking of a system wherein always a preacher and a skill set also is somewhat different. The timings that they can spend also is different. So
Mm.
let's think along those lines, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Prabhuji, what I found is that sometimes when you don't have time, like to talk to each and every student, right? Whether it's a volunteer or even a teacher, right? Because we all have a full-time job, we're all grastas, family and everything. But if there is a slot of like 15-20 minutes, right? Like where we do like Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita reading for 15-20 minutes. I mean, we don't have like too many students joining. It's a very small group of students, but that is also good enough to have some kind of indirect personal connection with them, because you are meeting with them on every day. That person knows you, and tomorrow if there is a challenge, it's easy for that person to reach out to you, and they will, if provided if we keep that kind of session every day. It can be only for 15-20 minutes. It doesn't have to be like for long, or whatever time we chant. If we can create like a Zoom call or something during the chanting, students also join. Even that way also, right, we can have that personal connection going even without talking anything. They're just doing chanting or just doing the reading. That also helps actually.
So you're saying in addition to the weekend classes, during the weekdays,
Mhm.
daily about 15 minutes. Is that what
That's
Yeah,
you're?
about
yeah.
15 minutes.
That's what I was telling in the beginning. I
Hmm.
think if we really want to nurture, raise these students, we have to have this daily sadhana. We have to join in their sadhana, and we all together read something. Like Leelamrita. Leelamrita is such an engaging thing. This is being done in like so many temples. I heard like many stories about this. So devotees, like a group of you know even like there are three small groups in Pune. They do like three four. It's called buddy group. Four devotees come together. They form a group, and there is a one one among them is more mature than others, and he becomes the lead for that small group. we can do in that group, or maybe teacher with the other the students, right? All the students, just 15 minutes. Anyway, we all read every day. Just make it part of our journey, right? So that's one thing, reading together, and chanting together is anyway we all chant, you know so we just need to invite them, create a invite and inform them, hey, let's do morning chanting for at least 30 minutes together, or maybe 1 hour together, uh, you know you know 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, something like that. Anyway, we do that, so we just need to join them in that, right? They feel that, they could connect, it's not just like I appear before them end of the week. Then they will also say, if I'm a new person, I'm meeting my teacher once a week, I won't be really focused on my spiritual life. If I'm a new guy, I wouldn't be looking at my chanting and that seriously during the week. So this will help them really commit to the process seriously. Okay. So then,
I
yeah.
think our Keshu Prabhu's message uh, was also valuable. You,
Hmm.
I don't know if he's still there or just.
Having prasadam together.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, I think along with Bhakti Priya Mata, so like Chaitanya Prabhu, Vallabh, Sundar Prabhu, you said that we need to have someone who can also. So Mataji was a great asset for the class. She was able to like engage the class students in the services, and then she also had idea of gifting beadbacks to the students, which was really nice. So, and then I had the habit of from San Diego that after the class we'll do one round of chanting together. So I think that also
Yeah.
really triggered that spark for chanting in everybody. So that I think some of the students are now chanting 16 rounds, in a very short period of time. So, which is very good. And then we used to have prasadam together. We still have in the Keshava room, whatever Mahaprasadam is there. So Bhakti Priya Mataji would get for all of us. And, we'll eat that together. And I also got a good opportunity to engage. Like if there are some visitors, like Madhav Chand Prabhu was there, or whoever is coming from outside, or Maharaj is there. So we'll ask them to have the opportunity for them to ask questions or sit in the class of different speakers. Also, not only just me as a teacher, but I would give them the freedom and ability to engage with others and hear their viewpoints and ask questions in a different way and get answers in a different way than I'm used to. So I think giving that freedom and flexibility to the students is also very important, and just let them go on their sadhana. So somebody goes very slowly, that's okay. Let them take time. Somebody goes fast. It's their personal journey. So we just respect that
Yep.
and
So thank
allow
you for
them to.
putting that together.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all things actually we tried in Seattle. Actually, we are celebrating birthdays. We did chanting japa one round. Yeah, we chant like in the morning also together, and then engaging in temple service. This we haven't done that much. Having prasadam together, we do that. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, very nice setup here.
Yeah,
So
we have
yeah.
very good prasadam, arrangement in our
Yes,
temple.
Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Structured eating means, covering materials, good material in a stipulated time. Uh, Relationship based. We all discuss this. I just summarized everything here. Developing sincere sadhaka. This is the real goal, right? Chanting, hearing, reading, services, and then lovingly monitor them. So we also just monitor, check, just to make sure things are going as expected. Buddy groups, small group cares. So this is one idea we can try. Uh, yeah, and integrate, help making them serve in the temple.
So, Prabhuji, I do have one challenge because I'm dealing with these Vedic school parents.
Hmm.
What is happening is that they're there only for like literally an hour, hour and 10 minutes maybe,
Hmm.
and they have to go pick up their kids and they have to leave. So it's, we're not able to. I mean, this maybe we need to probably some weeks we need to just not do the material. We should just switch to other activities. I'm just now learning from this to see, I think the activities that you are proposing and suggesting here are more important than just covering the material.
Yeah,
Uh, so we need to
we
kind
have
of,
a stipulated time. We can dedicate time for discussing about sadhana, importance of sadhana, right? And reading books separately, maybe as dedicated class for it, or cover
mm,
topics that are very relevant to their practical day-to-day life, right? Like
mm,
managing mind, topics like that, which really they can connect to and relate to. Yeah, so we have to mix and match and see that they really want to come by. It's all by motivation, right? We cannot force anybody to just join and continue journey with us. Uh,
mhm.
The only thing we have in our hand is to inspire them and make them love uh, the spiritual culture. That's the only way we can keep them with us. Cannot force
Right.
them. So I think we discussed all of this. Yeah. So my request is at least once a week on Sunday, if we all come together, at least for Mangalarti to begin with. We'll do other things later. You know, Mangalarti, and then maybe possibly later on, uh, I think if we can chant together at least few rounds, that'll be good. But at least for Mangalarti, if we can all come together every Sunday, let's try that first. I think that is one thing. And if we can commit to meeting once a month, that's another thing. This way, and discuss how we are doing. So I put a simple sheet here. It's not very complicated. It just talks about uh, you know uh, what is the ongoing topic. This will help us make sure we are making progress at the right pace. What's your monthly update in terms of course, in terms of sadhana and service updates, any monthly temple services we are committed to. I think one more thing is we should talk to our students and inspire them to join services, right? Sunday fish serving and reception desk. Again, like they should be comfortable in reception desk, but at least Sunday fish they should be able to. So once a month, or it's not like every week. You join them and they come together and together serve, in the kitchen, right? So we should do something like that. So this is the minimum simple format monthly we all fill, and just go over how any challenges or any help you need, any prasadam arrangements you need, we can discuss, and together as a team we'll solve.
Mhm. So a couple of quick things, Prabhuji. One, I have Nand Maharaj Prabhu here because he's come to Maharaj Seva. I think there was one topic about like what's happening in Linwood. Maybe we can ask him about how they're doing.
Mhm.
And then secondly, I just wanted to see if did we get thoughts about like what's working in other. Because I see Mandakini Mataji, Vrajaraman Prabhu. I don't know if they've already spoken before I joined.
Yeah, I think now we can speak up. Any like any
Do, do,
classes.
do, you, do, you, do you want to have Nand Maharaj Prabhu quickly update on currently what's happening in Linwood quickly?
Yeah, he's able to participate so far.
I mean, I just came downstairs only 10, 15 minutes ago. So since then, he has been hearing.
Okay.
So, but at least he can give an update on.
Yes, Prabhuji, Nanda Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Prabhuji, at Linwood right now, the temple we are opening 3 days, but from a class perspective, we also, like earlier, we used to have all the classes at our homes, right? Home programs. So we have kind of moved all of those programs to the temple.
Mhm.
Uh, it has been a little bit different now in the temple. It's the personalization that was there at home is not as much in the temple because we are more interested, like more focused on, if new people are coming, guests are coming, we want to meet them and all. So that closed classroom setting is not as much as it was there in the home programs, but still it's not too bad also. Like we
Mhm.
still have in the Sunday afternoon, we still have Srinivas Ran Prabhu coming for the Bhagavad Gita class.
Sunday 11
And
a.m., right, Prabhu? Just to confirm, I want to confirm these times and all. Sunday 11 a.m., right?
Sunday
That-
11 a.m. Yes, Sunday 11 a.m. Bhagavad Gita class. We are on chapter 5. So the whole group who was coming to our home, they are still like attending those classes.
Mhm.
And
So,
so
Prabhuji,
Friday program.
I want the
Yeah.
pace. Like, how long have you been doing this Bhagavad Gita, this course? Do you know?
Actually, Bhagavad Gita it's been, I would say, like 3 years.
Mm, yeah. So I think we should pace up so that, because we have a new temple and we'll need to, have more preaching done. If we are committed
Yes.
to, one batch for like say 6 years. So if 3 years for 5 chapters, you would spend like, 6
Yeah,
months.
including the
Chapter are you?
fifth.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So that's
I mean,
that's what that's the whole idea of this discussion. So if we can speed
yes,
up, you will be freed up now, to help more devotees, right? So and the people you trained will help now. You see, we are missing
yes,
on
yes.
both angles. You are missed, and your students are also missed. So we have to speed up this. Uh, yeah, we have to empower, next generation of students.
So,
That's how.
Prabhu, for fast tracking, what do you think of game syllabus being rolled out? Because that seems to be everybody saying that's the right way to go.
Yeah, we can do it. Game
Yeah.
syllabus is, philosophy focused and
DYS followed by game. After that, those who
Device
want to do
follow.
Bhakti
Yeah.
Shastra and initiation can go through the serial Bhagavad Gita.
yeah.
But otherwise, people are
Game, if you
philosophically aligned,
seriously do,
serving well, right?
game is
Yes.
1 year
So,
syllabus. 1 year syllabus. You will complete in one year, two
But
months.
it covers the whole Bhagavad Gita essence, right?
All concepts with all details you will cover.
Yeah. So people get what they're supposed to get.
Mhm.
Then they can join a Bhakti Shastri program, but then that time they are not on you. They are kind of independently traveling in their path.
If they do game, they will come to 16 hours if we do everything properly. That is one promise Radhesham Prabhu does. Yeah.
Wow.
yes, yeah, yeah. We can do that game program. So this one was started like Srinivas Kasam Prabhu is leading it. I mean, and in between it took so long because like whenever there is a some festival time or Damodar month, so the focus kind of shifts to that festival specific some katha or some stories and pastimes and philosophy related to that. So that's why I mean
Mm.
it has taken so long. So a lot of other things are also covered in between.
So how many
Uh,
students, Prabhu, in Linwood attending the
so
class?
I mean the 11 a.m. right now, I mean, the uh, attendance has dropped, but there are different people who keep joining in also. So there were two classes that we were having at our home. One was this Sunday Bhagavad Gita class. And then we used to have Friday programs at our home in which we initially we were like just reading Srimad Bhagavatam and doing kirtans. So doing kirtans along with the other people, and then just having a small conversation on through some while reading Srimad Bhagavatam was working out very well. And one thing that I have seen that worked really well with our group was. Uh, Everybody getting a chance to it was more like an open discussion, so people were able to open up, ask questions, share their thoughts, and also uh, engaging in kirtan, like they were very interested in singing also. So it's not that one person comes and he leads the whole program, so everybody was participating, so everybody was feeling involved. And over a period of time, like they started coming for services, and now also like even the recent device batch that I started. I mean, yesterday was the last class for that,
Mm.
and one of the Matajis from that has already signed up as a Vedic school teacher in Linwood.
Mm.
So and another Prabhuji is like very interested in doing services. So last week we had the Sunday feast cooking. He was there with us the whole day. So and they've started chanting also.
Mm. That's good, Prabhu.
So
It's working out. Definitely, they are being inspired and they are continuing. The only thing is, if we prepare and complete in time, they feel that they are able
yes,
to complete.
they're making
uh,
progress. Yes.
They're making progress, and you also get freed up, and you will have some, like, some of them who are capable, they can also help you in preaching. So that's the
Yes, yes,
reason.
yes, definitely. And
So
I think that's what I'm currently doing is like that Sunday morning class is entirely taken by Srinivas Charan Prabhu. Now I'm not able to even attend that. So Sunday evening we have this during the Vedic school when the temple is open. So I'm trying to start some uh, basic topics I'm taking up, but I can do this game program. That will be very nice. Actually, that's a very good idea that I can structure in a structured way. I can do the game
what
series.
time? What time is it? You said six.
It's so the temple is open from 6:30 to 8:30. So in between, I can do like 7 to 8 kind of a thing. I can do.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Prabhu, what is the average attendance as of now?
Uh, Sunday attendance will now. I mean, from last week it has picked up because the Vedic school started last Sunday. So there are like till last Sunday there were 30 kids enrolled. Now there are 50, actually, few more enrolled. So previously Sunday crowd was like amongst the 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday was the least attendance, but now it has grown since last
Okay, but
week.
just tell the number, bro. What is the number? Is it like
I mean, I still last Sunday it was like 70, 80 people, but now I think we will expect little more going forward,
mainly because of Sunday school?
mainly
Now,
because of
if
Sunday
you are
school.
going
Yeah.
with chapter 5 for them, they feel that, oh, I missed the first chapters, right? So
No, no,
for
that is the Sunday morning program,
11 o'clock. 11 o'clock is
11
Sunday.
o'clock.
okay. So you're
And the
talking
11
about,
o'clock, what is the average
oh,
attendance?
okay. So this one you're saying a new opportunity for us. Okay.
Yes, yes, yeah, new opportunity. So Sunday morning, I mean, earlier when the program used to happen at our home, the attendance went up to like even 40 people. Now it is reduced to 20. Like a lot of people have
Mm.
stopped coming or they started attending online, and it's very many of those are not regular. Very few of them have become very, I mean,
So, unstable
consistently regular.
attendance, you're saying.
Yeah.
So, and then the Arjun Saka Prabhu is teaching some Chaitanya Charitamrita
Yes.
syllabus. Which batch is that?
So that is our Friday program, which we were running through like the Srimad Bhagavatam reading and Kirtan. That got translated into Chaitanya Charitamrit, and that also ran for a year, and it is still running now. I mean, whenever Arjun Saka Prabhu is away, that is not happening. But since last 1 year, we are in uh, Madhya Leela. So
Wow. Very fortunate of you. Okay.
so
That's
we are
good.
we are
Good
following
update,
the
Prabhu.
Chaitanya Prabha from Gaurang Darshan Prabhu in that, and that is liked by many people. So whoever attends, like they look forward for that class.
That's a very nice book, actually. I recommend everybody to read that, Chaitanya Pravaha. Really, you will enjoy.
Yeah, and Arjun Sakha Prabhu like more is a nice storyteller also. So
Yeah. It's a
yeah,
good combination. So,
yes.
Brajagaru
So,
Prabhu, what are
Prabhuji,
the materials available from Gauranga Darshan Prabhu?
uh, like, he has very good books, especially Bhagavat Pravaha and Chaitanya Pravaha.
No, books are available, but any online materials available
Yes,
also?
yes. All those Pravahas are also lectures wise available. Like,
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
Gita Pravaha is here. I just put Gita, but we have
So,
everything.
references and the document has reference to everything.
Yep, yep.
I think
Here.
yeah, the recently Gita Prabha that he's just started recently. That is also, I mean, that's what there is one another batch online that I take on Saturday mornings, which is with some of our family members, like my family members and Nilachal Prabhu's family members. Those are the main people who are attending that
Online.
for
Hmm.
online.
Okay.
So for them, we finished the DYS course, and after DYS, we are currently doing like a 8 class overview of Bhagavad Gita through following the lecture series from Keshav Swami Maharaj's talks, and then after that, we were thinking that we'll continue with the Chaitanya this Gita Prava from Gaurang Darshan Prabhu. That's what we were thinking to continue.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Gita Pravaha is another material. Very short time we can cover. So, Prabhu, only concern is if you have 70 people now, you cannot give personal attention to them.
Yes, yes,
So you have to break it to at least, ideally
smaller groups. Yeah.
two batches minimum. Ideally is three, but two at least. Because until, you will be surprised how quickly they will drop off.
Yes, yes. I
Seventy
know.
will become
I
like
know.
15, like in like 3 weeks.
Yes.
We have seen that. Yeah. So I think that's one thing, So who else can be there to help you in preaching there? Do you have anyone else?
You suggest Prabhu, like here, I think there is Nilachal Prabhu is there who can also ramp up. Like he has attended the DYS as well. He was attending other classes. And if somebody can come from here, maybe we can start another batch, like split it into smaller classes.
Yeah, I think Neelachal Prabhu should step up now. He has been there for a long time and he's sincere, so he
Yeah.
should help. Yeah. Okay. And there is one more devotee. I'll try to, forgot the name. He, yeah. I'll if I can, give that name, I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Okay, Prabhu. So I think, yeah, pace of the material is one recommendation for us, for you. And then breaking this. Yeah. So I'll share this. If there are any updates, let me know. We want to go over this on a monthly basis and discuss as a team. Like now we have some good ideas, collaboration, like how we can improve in Linwood.
But
What?
we want to push this online also, right?
Yeah, this is online doc. I'll share. Yeah.
No, like on temple website or something, public
Oh
facing.
yeah. That means we need to fill it a little bit. You know,
Yeah, exactly. The data should be latest and greatest.
topic should be filled. Yeah, I think at least these three columns. City, teacher, day and time, and topic.
Can we kind of target a date by which this will be filled up so that I have this action item back to management committee that we want to offer this data for going online.
Yeah, we just need few columns to be filled here. I'll post in the channel and see how it goes from there. Okay, I think we should not keep it drag for too long. That way, every time people come, it's a 1 hour commitment. So I think today it's a very good discussion. We'll continue like this, and all good ideas are welcome, and all ideas are welcome, not just good. Everything is welcome. We'll continue to work on improving it. The only request is let's try to come on Sunday mornings, be together, and at least have once a month meeting like this. So that's the minimum recommendation, and try to follow the materials we have so we pace together well.
And watch out for the guidance coming on what does it mean to be a Vedic university teacher. There are inputs and outputs both. So we are part of a symbiotic ecosystem. We need to do our part both ways. So that's another important item. Right? We are not in our bubble. We are part of a bigger system.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Prabhuji, you can stay if you can stay for 2 minutes. I wanted to add something.
Yeah. Please, Mataji, go ahead.
So I think in terms of not exactly the front desk, but I have mentioned this previously that I think teachers, all of you are doing great job in the class, and then as you mentioned, keeping a personal touch. Of course, that is all required. But I think if you can somehow, give some. Not discourse, but have a meeting with everyone in the congregation, right? This should be taken up by everyone, not just teachers, that whoever we
Absolutely.
meet in a temple, we should create that friendly environment from them. That's what His Holiness Harivilas Maharaj always, I have been hearing him saying that we should make a friendship with them, like, because we go around people chasing them outside, but then we are missing out on so many people who actually walk themselves to the temple. They are very favorable, but we miss out on so many of them. I mean, I'm saying that that doesn't mean they're available to talk to them all the time. I'm saying it's not just one person or just teachers or like this. It should be like, awareness that by default, if you see a new face, you should try to make a friendship, like as if like they are your very close friends. Like,
Yeah,
not
thank you,
just for the
Mataji. I
sake
think
of device, or not
yeah,
just for the sake of giving them a Bhagavad Gita or a book, or not just for the sake of because someone asked you to talk to, but genuinely, we should all be talking to someone instead of just talking to ourselves in the temple. And then I think seva, like doing something, there should be, I think, in my mind, every new person who walks into the temple, they should at least have two contacts who they should know, how to reach out to, or they should be able to tell, oh, I know this person who come here regularly. So I think that should be the goal, like, because some people will connect to someone, some people will connect to Mataji, some people will connect to Prabhujis, some people, would like to engage in seva, some just want the general friendly conversations, and then that's how you kind of go from there. And then obviously they will ask more once you become close, they will ask, oh, more, what else do you do, and things like that. So I think that piece is definitely, I think, can be improved. I'm not saying we are not doing it, but definitely can be improved, and it should not be just teachers or just all of you. It should be whole congregation.
Definitely,
Each and
Mataji.
every Mataji, each and every Prabhuji.
Yeah,
And kids
100%.
are, our kids are, I think, doing wonderful job just by being there.
Yeah.
So,
But
so I believe Mataji, I think what you're talking about every weekday evening, like Gaur Aarti to maybe 1 hour, like 7 to 8 or 8:30 weekdays and weekends. So are you saying we should assign devotees to be there and talk to them? And definitely what you are saying applies to all of us, but we also need to have a structure or framework around this, right?
yeah, exactly. Strategy, like as I said, like
Yeah.
not just teachers. Everyone should be part of it, because there are so many people walking. In fact, even afternoons, whoever come on the weekends afternoon, they're all new people. Many
Yeah.
times they are serious, because sometimes they don't even know that there is a prasadam serving, but they still come in. So that means they are very favorable.
So
No, I agree.
Mataji, yeah. So actually, wonderful thought, and something that I know Maharaj always used to say. So the great thing for us is that Maharaj, because of the festivals and everything that our congregation leads, there is a natural awareness in the entire area about our temple. So people come. As you said, next to your point is that they're very favorable because at least they are, religiously aligned, if not, philosophically fully aligned. So it's easier to target to get them. So now first question is there any touch point? I know whenever you are there, do you get them to sign up for discover yourself kind of programs? What is the kind of communication that happens right now when you are there?
Yeah, personally, I don't like to push on the device the very first time I meet them. I try to get their contact number and, keep in touch if they feel favorable. And in general, try to know more about them, or see if they are interested in talking to me more and developing, coming in to the temple more. Because if someone is definitely, if someone seems very naturally philosophically inclined, then I of course ask them, and ask the appropriate teacher or Chepal Prabhu and things like that. But that's not what I generally personally like to do, that as a sign up to the device immediately, because then that doesn't give a good impression. Again, it's difference, I think it differs based on the who you're talking to. Some
Yeah,
people are already looking for the philosophy, so then obviously we should offer that. So but then we don't know until we talk to them directly. If we
correct.
just sign them up for the device, it creates a opposite impression,
Yeah,
that it
I
feels
mean, it may
like,
not
we are
be
just trying
correct.
to
It may not
push.
be forced upon them, but my question is more around. It feels like there are 4 or 5 things that we need to make them aware when they come to the temple, right?
Yeah.
Just let them pick whatever their alignment is. One is, hey, are you coming for the first time? First of all, great. Would love to see you again, things like that. Where are you coming from? All that good conversation. You need to break the ice and build the relationship. But then very quickly you need to probably have almost like a chart or some kind of display of some sort that says, there are multiple ways you can get engaged here. One, there are classes for your kids, and there are classes for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either then you are interested
I
in
think
doing some
that's the
seva.
most important thing we are supposed to convey, because ultimately what brought us here is the spiritual education, right? So
Mm.
we must definitely, openly, it's not like you have to do it, but
Mm.
we
Give them
must
information
convey.
and they
Yeah,
choose.
exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
not giving information, assuming that they may not like it, is
Yeah,
Mm.
also not right. I think
yeah,
we
Yeah,
should not
yeah, of course.
force upon, right? We should not force upon them. And that's why I'm thinking maybe there is a display that we need to create, first of all.
Yeah,
That,
exactly.
we
So
have,
right?
Prabhu, we
I
have.
and I have been asking Jaipal Prabhu for, I think, now about 2 years, that I
Hmm.
want a list of all the classes that are happening.
Okay,
That
good.
it's hard for even me
Yeah.
to find out.
You never
That
asked me. You should have asked me.
Mata, not only classes, like I meet a lot of new people coming into the temple. They are not coming for classes. They say, I want to just serve, They want to wash the pots, they want to cut the vegetables. So they are interested. So let them do that, right? Start
Let
with
them
that.
do that, but at the same time, you have to take the responsibility to ultimately connect them to the classes. Because without philosophy, they won't, that enthusiasm won't last long.
No, yeah, I mean
So,
that I agree,
yeah.
Prabhu. But the starting point for them can be pot washing also if they like to do it, right?
Yeah,
Lot
yeah.
of
Yeah,
Anything
yeah.
people
can be
walk in
started.
and they want to do something, because
So,
like yesterday I met one devotee. He said that I was sitting in the class, but my friend doesn't want to sit in the class. He want to go to the kitchen, and that is totally fine. He's as good as somebody attending a class. If he's just serving, he may get that knowledge by seva. So I mean, in later point of time, he may attend classes. Well and good. So I think what we are saying is have one pamphlet which has all the service starting pot washing,
It
kitchen
is
cutting,
all
or
there,
whatever
brother,
farming.
already. We
Yeah.
already have those pamphlets. Just the lack of knowledge among the volunteers is the cause of problem here.
no, yeah,
But,
Prabhuji, what I'm thinking is, should it be? I mean, there could be a pamphlet too, but
mm,
what if we were to actually create a display board there? It's like
mhm,
one board that
mm.
introduces all things that they need to know about our temple.
Yep.
Right? I mean, again, we may already have that material, or we may just need to create. But it's a display that
We can
immediately I
update,
should be able
actually.
to.
We need to update Linwood and all.
Yeah.
But we already have, we do that every week. I mean, like, it's just lack of awareness of the volunteers, some of the volunteers. But
Hmm.
definitely we can improve that. I mean, we have been doing this for years.
So,
Uh,
and then back to the classes thing.
mm,
I think we wanted to publish it on the website as well, and I think yeah, Gaurang Chandra Prabhu, you had okay, maybe he dropped off. Oh no, he's there.
mm.
Is I think you both have the task, right, to publish the classes.
Yeah, we will actually, yeah, we have the data. We have in VU teachers group also. We have it. We just need to fill some gaps there. And,
Yeah, let's put that, Prabhuji.
I'll
Like it
follow
should
up on
not
the
be
teacher.
that, even if it is not perfect.
Mm.
I would say 80%, 90% accurate is good enough to
Yeah, we
start
can
with.
always, fix the, numbers.
Gaps. Yeah. So I think let's not wait for perfection there.
Should we provide some contact for the class, the city, we need to have a,
So what was I know there was some discussion and we had back and forth. I don't know
yeah,
what
we
was the
can
final.
do. I think the best is provide QR code for now so that,
Yeah.
they can join the WhatsApp or maybe at least request for it. And if a request comes, the volunteer follows up with them and add them to the appropriate class.
Yeah, let's finalize those
Mm.
plans, Prabhuji. Like whatever that is. I think, even if it is not 100% perfect, putting, empowering. I think the way maybe we should, let's think this way, right? First point is, let's empower Mandakini Mataji so
Mm.
that she can be achieving what she wants to achieve, which is she wants to share people about the classes, she wants to share about services, she wants to share about whatever, because she's our best front desk kind of the warrior right now. If she's happy and she's got what she needs, then I think we can start adding more people to
And
that
actually,
equation.
we should train the volunteers there so that the best outcome comes, right? Like, I think the devotees who are helping in the festivals are not active in the front desk, and those who are doing the front desk are not active in the festival preaching. So I think there is some gap. We need to ultimately, yeah, we need to give the best to the people, visitors, right?
Yeah.
So based on their interest, we have a pamphlet for volunteer opportunities and educational opportunities like that.
Yeah, I have that one
Yeah,
also.
I remember Ananda
We
Mela we
created
created
2 years
those.
back. 2 years back only we created. That was a very
Correct.
good one. It talks about everything we
Yeah,
have.
Prabhu is there. I have kept it on the front desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if we all come together and we should create like a continuous volunteers at least on the important time slots on weekends, right? Mataji, is Saturday and Sunday afternoon and evenings the most important time? Or
Yes, definitely. Actually, whole day. Saturday, weekends, whole day. In fact, afternoon as well is very good time.
Hmm.
Someone should be there. But again, as you said,
Again, yeah.
it will be very important to train or bring that awareness more than train, because whenever I talk to someone about front desk, right, it's not very appealing. It's not the service everyone wants to do for some or other reason. But it should not be just limited to front desk again, right? It should be all of us whenever we are any part of the temple.
I
That's
think
the
we'll
way.
discuss this more next month because we just focused on education today. But definitely we can further discuss. And in the meantime, we'll also put all the teacher information and contact information so that you at least can show class details to the people. And we'll definitely work on this education or awareness part for the congregation overall, right? Maybe
Yeah.
probably in the next month, Chax Prabhu, I think we should
Hmm.
discuss this in short. Give us some time and
So,
we'll talk
so
about
my
this.
question is, do we jump from month to month, or do we go faster than that?
For the entire teachers,
Yeah, we have working committee meetings and then we have VU teachers
we
meetings.
already
And
have so many meetings, but would want to add.
no, I wonder whether
We
the
can
working committee
communicate
and
on the
teachers.
channel. We
No,
don't
no,
need
can
to.
we combine both? Is what I'm saying. Like for even for working committee meetings, if any of the teachers want to come, Mandakini Mataji want to come, they're welcome. Right? They
Yeah.
can come, they can take some actions, and they can move forward. Because there is very thin line or almost no line between the working committee members and VU teachers. Anybody can come and take up anything, and they can move forward. Only question I have is, if we publish a schedule that says Nectar of Devotion is running at, say, Chakrapani Prabhu's home every Saturday evening, and people say, I want to go, are we going to allow them? The answer should be no. You can't jump into Nectar of Devotion without having gone through the
We have to
basics.
make a checklist. Yeah, like at
So
least
should we
Bhagavad Gita.
only announce the device classes to the public? Because that's the only entry point they're allowed, really speaking. We'll not allow somebody to jump into the ninth chapter anyways of Bhagavad Gita. So what is the point in publishing the whole thing, which is only required for teachers to know what's where? Maybe welcome.
Not
Yeah.
only that, right, Prabhuji? For example, let's say other people who have gone through the device, they don't even know that there is a Chaitanya Charitamrita. So,
If they're
but we can
qualified, so
put
they
We
can
can
be a
prerequisites.
communicate
qualified
it
criteria. Okay.
Yeah, we can put
within internal.
prerequisites. Yeah.
Prabhu, there is one big problem which we are not focused on.
Hmm.
One big problem is because teachers are taking 6 years, 7 years, one course end to end, right? So many students are joining like 8th chapter, 12th chapter. I know like this happened multiple times.
Yeah.
So I think every year at least one Bhagavad Gita course should start in every city. That is my personal goal. If you're able to complete in 2 years Bhagavad Gita course, one teacher is tied up for 2 years, and if we have two teachers at least in each city, the second teacher can begin the next year course. So every year at least one teacher among the two teachers minimum in each city will begin a course on Bhagavad Gita. So
So
I think we should
it's
have at least 2 or 3 devices per year and one big Gita course starting at some point like October or sometime, right? Every year. So that was
Prabhu,
my
how
goal.
about DYS followed by game as a standard syllabus?
Yeah, game. By the way, Radhesham Prabhu's Gita Amrita is also very much like game only. So even Gita Amrita is
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita verses,
So
but
make a syllabus which is made for 1 year only and roll it out. So that way we don't have to worry about somebody going for 6 years. After doing that, for doing Bhakti Shastri, if they want to go deeper and longer, it's a side conversation.
okay. We can also recommend them to go online and do Bhakti Sastri if they want.
Bhakti Shastri can be done online. We'll make sure that you are in the game
Philosophy
now.
is clear.
You are in the game. You are a ISKCON person now. You are aspiring for initiation somewhere. Do the Bhakti Shastri online with Gaurang Darshan Prabhu or something like that while you are doing your services and so many things.
Yeah. Okay,
Then we
Prabhu.
can actually spend our energy on getting more masses trained in the fundamentals of ISKCON instead of a valuable teacher spending 6 years on 10 people or 5 people for 6, 7 years, right? Okay.
We'll discuss this again. Okay.
Now, another
Got time now.
high level question is, when these festivals come in, vision teachers coming, obviously the natural syllabus gets interrupted. Has anybody figured out anything better? I don't think the answer is in this forum now because we
What
know
is
what
that?
we do in
Sorry.
UW, right? The syllabus gets interrupted, right? When the teachers come in or we do a
No, no,
festival
no.
specific things. So I
No,
wonder whether any teachers are doing anything innovative. I know what we do in UW, so yeah.
we just give a break that day. That's all.
we we accept the interruption. Okay.
Accept the interruption. Yeah.
Okay. Very nice session, Prabhu. Thank you for pulling together the document, and let's see how we can go in the right direction together.
Okay. Haribo. Thank you.